Ample greetings, our outstanding devotees, and welcome to a good podcast. My name is Joel.
And I'm Megan.
And today, we are talking about a thing that is relevant to this. What is that thing, Megan?
Okay, so I actually got to give a shout out to my mom because she came up with this idea and I thought it was hilarious. So, first things first, there is a show on Netflix. It is called Riverdale. I have been watching it since it premiered 3 years ago. If you haven't heard of it, please watch it. It's a show known for its wild and crazy and thus unintentionally hilarious plot lines. So I hate it, but I love to watch it. You know what I mean? So I had you, Joel, I had you watch the first episode and another episode of my choosing just to introduce you to the tone of the show. So first of all, I'm curious what you thought of that.
Okay, so the first episode and then the other one later in, they were very different in tone. At first I was watching it and the second one in an isolated environment, it's okay, this could be normal, this could be a show. But then when I think but the first episode was high school, love triangle, want to pursue music. It's is this the same show? I don't know.
Yeah, I had you watch the episode where there's a bunch of crazy stuff that happened, which is why I had you watch it. But most notably, it is where Edgar Evernever, leader of a cult, gets in a rocket that he made. And does he die in that episode?
He does. Yeah, he does in that. Okay. Yeah, he almost gets in the rocket.
Okay, so yeah, I figured that was a good introduction to the kind of stuff you see on the show, is watching a man get into his homemade rocket at gunpoint. So
well, and that's only 1/3 of the plot lines. You also had creepy lady trying to resurrect her dead brother full of rats. And
yeah, Cheryl has so Jason is embalmed his corpse. So Jason, that was the whole plot line of the first season, which I'm not sure how much you got it at, but her brother Jason died, and that was the whole mystery. And so the first season was generally normal, but it just kind of veered away from normal as the show went on until all of a sudden Cheryl has dug up her brother's corpse and is talking to it. And there's I think in that episode 2, Veronica's dad just kind of shows up and he's supposed to be in jail, and he's all I own the jail. I can go wherever I want.
Oh, okay. Is that one of his first appearances then? Because
no, he's been in the show for a while.
But okay.
Much, Mr. Lodge in the whole show just ends up owning everything.
Okay, I see.
I think at some point he owns the entire town of Riverdale. I don't know how that happened, but
okay.
that was the thing that occurred.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what thoughts on the show? Great, awesome, perfect.
I enjoyed the episodes I watched. I'd consider watching more of it. It's it was tough to pin exactly what it was from the 2 episodes because again they were not that similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say overall I enjoyed it.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. I find it entertaining because it is so not good. See, and this is why I'm excited to do this next activity, because it kind of features what the heck's happening on this show. So my mom had this idea that I bring in some quotes that were actually said on the show of Riverdale and some that I just made up. So I have 10 different quotes that I'm going to ask you if they're real or fake, and you're going to have to guess. Okay. I'm going to keep track of your score, and you better get a good score because you watched 2 whole episodes, so you're an expert now.
Yeah, I've practically seen a 30th of the show. That's almost a third.
Yeah.
Minus the EF.
Yeah. Take away the 0, you got 3. Yeah. And what does 0 equal? Nothing. So you're there.
Exactly. I've seen pretty much the whole series at this point.
So do you think you're ready? Do you think you're ready?
You know what? I think that as soon as you shoot for perfection, you're never going to achieve it. But I think I can get a pretty good score. All
right. So, are you ready for quote number 1?
All right. Throw it at me.
Okay. Quote number 1.
Okay.
Sweet Pea and Fangs think they turned it into a jingle jangle lab.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, right off the bat, like, I don't know. Okay, like a Jingle Jangle lab. That seems like it could be a thing because like, I mean, schools have labs maybe, and the first season's in a school, so that might be a thing. And also, like, are you really going to throw a fake quote at me for the first question? I
Well,
don't believe that.
maybe I would expect you to think that the first one's real, and so I made
But
it fake.
but maybe I'd expect you to expect me to expect that. So I'm expecting the contrary. So, um, I don't know. For that one, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say it's real. I'm gonna say it's real.
You are correct. That is real.
Hey,
It
okay,
was it was said in season 3.
okay,
So basically, Jingle Jangle is like a common drug in
okay.
Riverdale. It
Oh,
comes
okay.
in the form of like pixie sticks, and
Hmm.
it's basically like cocaine or ecstasy or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So basically, in season 3, Sweet Pea and Fangs, who are members of the gang, the Southside Serpents, there's a gang, believe that
Okay,
the
okay.
rival gang, called the Ghoulies, has set up a Jingle Jangle lab in the basement of a bar owned by, guess who, Hiram Lodge.
Wow. Okay. This seems like some like North Pole drug trade kind of thing, Like, just
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, so I thought I'd throw a wild one at you for the
All right.
first quote, just to
Well,
really, instead of like dipping your toe in the water, I just want to chunk it
yeah,
in the
yeah.
deep end.
All right, all right. Well, hey, I mean, 100% win ratio so far. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
doing great. Oh, I should probably write down the score. There we go.
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
All
Don't
right.
forget it, please.
I might. Are you ready for quote number 2?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Mom, it smells like barbecue in here. Oh God, please tell me it's just barbecue.
I okay. Well, like, what else smells like barbecue? I don't know.
Listen, the writing's not that great.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think though, because that seems like it could be a made up thing. But on the other hand, like, I don't know, because it seems like it's a little one dimensional. I don't know, because it's just focusing barbecue. But like, I, you know what? I'm gonna say that's real because I got the other one right, and if like maybe we'll get 2 in a row. I don't know. I think that one's a real quote.
That is fake. I made that up.
No, no, you
Yeah,
didn't. No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
I
Dang
did.
it.
That is a fake
Okay,
quote. It's something that could probably happen in the future, but not something that has happened as of late.
okay. 50% though. I'm still passing. I'm still passing.
You have a passing grade, so let's see if
Yeah,
we can keep
yeah.
it at quote number 3. Are you ready?
All right, let's hear it.
Little did the town of Riverdale know that the bride was the groom's half sister.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, one thing I noticed is the narrator dude from the first season becomes a character in the fourth season.
Yes,
So I don't
Jughead.
know. Yeah, I don't know when that happens, but I think that because there wasn't really a marriage plot in the first season, and like depending on when that guy comes in, I'd guess it's maybe at the end of like season 1 or 2. I don't know if there'd be room for that plot line, but on the other hand, maybe there like I could be wrong about that because the show does seem to move pretty quickly.
It does. So
Um,
the narrator is Jughead, he's a character throughout the whole show. So he just
mhm,
also narrates because I don't know. I guess he's a writer
yeah.
or something, and he's writing the story of River. It's not clear.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. In that case, you know what? Let's mix it up. I'm gonna say that's a fake quote.
You are correct. I made that
Hey,
up.
hey, and I was this close to saying it's real. Okay, that's
I,
good.
I'm glad that I'm fooling you though, because I was a little
Yeah,
worried I'd be too transparent in what's real and what's fake. So
no, it's tough. It's tough. I'm struggling.
that's the goal.
All
Well,
right.
you are at a 66% success rate.
Okay, if we're running down, yeah, I'd say 67. But
Oh, well,
if you want to bash me like that,
sorry. It's disappointing that you haven't gotten all 3 correct. So,
okay, okay. Well, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
all right. So, quote number 4.
Yeah,
It
let's
should
hear it.
be.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm
You
ready.
ready?
Uh, I guess yes.
It should be a relief that your mom's not marrying a second serial killer.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, I don't know. I don't. Okay, because so I could be completely off the rails with this one, but like the one guy that was like super jacked with like orange hair or like
Archie?
yeah, yeah. So I noticed that his dad, but not his mom, was in the first episode. But then
Yeah.
maybe the mom was somewhere else, and maybe
Yeah.
the dad turned out to be a serial killer, and then because of that, the the she like I don't know, maybe there's another plot line where they try and date a second serial killer. I don't know. I feel like there's some substance there, so I'm gonna say that one's probably real.
You are correct. That is real.
Hey,
So
nice.
your theory is kind of off.
Okay,
It's not Archie's dad who's a serial killer. It's Betty's
okay,
dad.
okay. That's good because
So
Archie's dad seemed nice.
yeah. So I think in season 2 there was a serial killer called the Black Hood who was killing
Okay,
people in Riverdale that he believed to be sinners. So that turned out to
okay,
be Betty's dad, and it was just a whole thing.
okay.
But currently he's being held in like a Hannibal Lecter style prison, like with the glass wall and everything,
Oh,
and
okay. Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
he's kind of being forgotten in the current seasons. Like
Okay.
it's like, oh yeah, her dad was a serial killer. So
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, there's bigger stuff to deal with. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Okay.
lasting psychological impact from.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's just like is a serial killer, nothing huge.
No big deal.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, isn't everyone's dad? I mean,
Yeah, come on. Jeez.
well,
All right.
cool. Number 5 then.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay, Audrey, Jimmy, follow me to the tickle suite, please.
Hmm. Okay. That's tough. That's tough. Um I don't remember those characters' names, but I'm sure they probably are characters. Um
There's a lot of side characters,
okay.
but most of them don't matter at all.
Okay, okay. Although I don't really know what a tickle suite could be, it sounds like it could be a thing. So I don't. But at the same time, I don't know. That seems a little basic. That seems like I. I feel like that one might be false. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one's false. I'm gonna say that one's false.
No, that is real. That was actually
Dang.
said.
Darn. Okay. Okay. What is the context for said quote then?
I would love to tell you the context.
Oh, all
So,
right. All right.
this is said by Tony. She is a student from Riverdale.
Okay.
She gets introduced a bit later on. She's part of the Southside Serpents, whatever. But
Okay.
basically, a bunch of the students in season 5 started selling videos of themselves tickling each other. So
Okay.
it's called like tickle porn, and like
Okay.
all they
Yeah.
do is
Yeah.
just like tickle. So the tickle suite is where you go to get recorded tickling people.
Oh, okay. So there's like a setup for this.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. I don't
Okay.
know how this made it into the show, but it's there. It's a plot line.
It's you know what? Like, hey, if Riverdale wants to do that, I can't stop them. Like they follow that plot line if they'd like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to be in the writers' room when they
It's
came up with that, just to know like
yeah,
what was the like. It feels like they went off on a tangent and got so far from the original idea, but they worked so hard on it that they can't like turn back.
that's true. Yeah, it's like the thing where you have a group of like 6 people and everyone has a completely different idea, but the teacher's like, "What if you combine your ideas?" And then you just get this amalgamation. But it's
Yeah,
like, hey, we'll use it because like we got to include everyone's ideas and all that stuff. So okay, yeah, I could see that coming to be.
yeah. It's a lot, and it's like a recurring plot line.
Yeah.
It's like a subplot, but it's in there a fair
Okay.
amount.
It's okay.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't include a tickle quote.
Much appreciated.
All right, quote number 6.
All right, let's hear it.
Bro, I'm warning you. You don't want to start with me. I was attacked by a bear.
What, that one's pretty tame compared to the others. Like that's something like I mean like like in Canada, that's like a thing that could happen pretty frequently. So I don't know. I could see that, but at the same time, like, so on one hand, that's a pretty normal quote. So I'm inclined to think that that's different from all the crazy quotes. Therefore, it's not real. But on the other hand, maybe you put this one quote in because it's so tame to throw me off. Well, this is the level we're at, though. I'm calling a quote of a guy like getting attacked by a bear tame. Like this.
That's what I love about this show is that like stuff like that just starts to not matter because it just
Yeah,
gets
it's
overshadowed by all the
just
insanity.
you're just desensitized to it at a point.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
yeah. You know, I want to say that one's real because it seems like a curveball. So I want to say that one's real.
You are correct. That is real.
Hey, okay, sweet, sweet.
So what happened is in season 3, Archie Andrews, red hair guy who's buff,
Yeah, yeah.
he was on the run from Hiram Lodge and the law. I think I can't fully remember. It was a lot, and I didn't feel like rewatching to figure out what happened.
Okay,
So
that's fair. That's fair.
he went to live in the forest or something, and then
Mm-hmm.
he got attacked by a bear, and the show made it seem like he died, and it was a huge thing on the internet of like, is Archie dead? But like
Mm-hmm.
he lived because he's one of the main characters.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't do that.
And then so pretty much ever since then, anytime someone threatened him, he'd just be like, dude, I boxed a bear. Like,
Okay.
don't fight me. Like I was attacked by a bear, you know? And it just
Yeah,
became like
yeah.
a huge like Archie Andrews, the bear attack man.
Okay. Huh. Because yeah, I out of those two episodes would never have known he was attacked by a bear. So that is a
Yeah,
good thing to know.
it came out of left field for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, is it really left field? I don't think it's left field. I think at this point, left field is just like an abstract concept that's since been dissolved
Like
because
it doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
all just
it's just a circular field and there is no direction. Everything is coming from all directions. Like
yeah, that's what it feels like when you watch the show. It's just like nothing phases you anymore. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's all insanity, but you're used to it, and it's like yeah, it's Riverdale.
yeah. It's doing its thing. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he's just vibing, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who cares?
All right, are you ready for
Okay,
question 7?
sure thing.
All right. Baby Teeth said that if we hurry, we have a chance of finding Jellybean before the wolves do.
Hmm. Huh. Okay. So there's a lot of nicknames in that one. Uh, so like with that, I don't really have any grounded characters I can put it to. Um, we have seen nicknames in the past in these quotes. Like the first one, it had some like gibberish in there. Uh,
That is kind of what the names are at this point.
yeah, yeah. Um, but at the same time, if you were writing these and you're like, we have one true one with gibberish, I should have one false one with gibberish for symmetry. So,
But maybe I
uh,
thought you'd think that, and so I
yeah,
tried to
that's the
fool
thing.
you.
We're playing like 4D chess here, and I don't know. This is yeah, because we had that one drug name before. Jellybean could be like another drug, or it could be a person, or it could be a place, or it could just be a jelly bean,
It could
and
be
I would have
any of the
no way
5
of knowing.
W's.
It could be anything, and I have no idea. But I feel like we've already gotten a gibberish one, so I'm gonna say that this one is probably false.
You are correct. I made that up.
Hey, I
So
am good at this.
you are fantastic. I appreciate your in-depth analysis. Just so you know, Baby
Okay.
Teeth and Jellybean are both real characters.
Oh, okay.
But
Huh.
so Baby Teeth is some I don't know.
Yeah.
It's his gang name. But Jellybean. So Riverdale was based off Archie comics, and so
hmm Oh, was it?
yeah. So
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking the guy named Archie looks a lot like Archie from that one comic, and I was like,
I should have
no,
told
no,
you.
that's interesting. No, that's interesting to hear. I like, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
Okay, sure, yeah. Anyways,
yeah. So based off Archie comics, so Jellybean is in the comics as well is Jughead's little sister. So that
Okay.
is her name from the comics. Surprisingly, not something made up by the
Okay.
Riverdale creators.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought I'd throw you off the trail by including some freaky names, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah. It
smart.
almost got me there.
Yeah. Well, do you want to hear quotation number 8?
We're on 8. Wow, okay. Let's hear it. Number 8.
Yeah, all right. Mom, I swear to God, you are not cornering me into joining your cult.
Oh, okay. Okay. So my first instinct is saying, boom, yeah, Mom was in a cult, season 4, episode 3. This is a true quote. But you know that I know that. So by throwing a quote at me that shows something that maybe it's bait, maybe you're trying to trick me into grabbing that. But also, like, sometimes you play 4D chess that you lose count of dimensions and you just got to fall back to the flat plane there. So knowing that one girl had a mom in a cult and like she seemed pretty engraved in it, I'm going to say that that's a real quote. I'm going to say it's real.
You are correct. It is
real. Hey, I got it.
Yeah, so you are right. It is referred to Betty's mom, who was in the cult, called the Farm. Yeah. So it's called the Farm because they were farming organs from the members, as you do.
Yeah, okay.
So they also worship the Gargoyle King, which was some kind of like mystical entity that they saw from like being on some kind of drug. So just so you know, that's a thing.
Sure, yeah.
But a bunch of people in Riverdale got involved with it, including Betty's mom, who was trying to convince Betty to join it. But in the end, it turns out that Betty had a half-brother in the FBI, and her mom was going undercover, I guess, in the farm. It was a lot.
Yeah,
But like the mom was like in the farm, but like not in the farm, and she's like a leak, but like not.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, the farm stole like one of Betty's friend's kidneys, so that's.
Oh, okay. Well, do they have the other one still?
Yeah, he's alive.
That's good.
No, they took both.
Just checking. Want to make sure they're doing well.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah. All right. What's my score?
You are at 6 right now.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so I've gotten to passing grade.
Well.
I've gotten to passing grade. I'll take that. All right.
Yeah, so no matter what, you do pass, which is good, but it's better to aim to pass with like flying colors.
That's
than just,
true.
Like, a 60.
I want that gold star 4+. That's what I'm going for. Yeah.
I mean, you won't get that at this point, but
I can dream.
I respect your wishes.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it anyways. Even if you're gonna hate on me like that, I'll go for it anyways. So I want to hear number 9.
All right. You know we can't have candles in the bunker, Jughead. The fizzle rocks might explode.
Okay, another gibberish one. Okay. So I can imagine Jughead in a bunker from the little I know about him. Candles, they seem fitting, they seem cultish, they seem creepy. I could see that being a thing. And fizzle rocks. Okay, so Jellybean was a character. The pixie stick stuff, that was a drug.
Yeah.
So, what would fizzle rocks be? I would say it's like some sort of explosive, maybe. Judging by like fire, fizzle rocks, stuff like that. Fireworks, maybe. I don't know. Fireworks in a bunker with candles. That seems like a plausible setting. So I'm gonna say that's a true quote.
That is made up. I made that up.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Darn.
Well, I mean, to your credit, they did have an underground bunker, and fizzle rocks were a type of drug.
Oh, okay.
This never happened. I just made it up. I was trying to throw you off the trail.
Okay. Well, it worked, but yeah. I got some of it at least. I knew. Well, okay. Of course, I knew there's a bunker. Maybe not. Never mind.
I appreciated that you almost thought Fizzle Rocks was a person because the quote said the Fizzle Rocks might explode, and I just
maybe it's like a band or a group or something, and they're like sensitive to fire, and well, and
They're like especially flammable.
well, or maybe it's like they're just afraid of fire, and so the fizzle rocks might explode in anger. I don't, you know,
You
I'm
see fires
stretching.
become enraged.
Yeah, I'm stretching, but I also think that like it's warranted for like because
Yeah,
yeah,
like
there's
I can't fault you because it
yeah
could
yeah
happen
I
feasibly.
yeah okay.
All right, we are on our last quotation. Do you want
All
to hear
right,
it?
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. Word is Papa Poutine's son, Small Fry, is looking for payback.
Okay. Um. There's okay. So I mean, the first thing is I remember there's that one restaurant called like Pops or Pop or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe Papa Poutine. That's the guy who runs it. On the other hand, I didn't see Poutine at the restaurant, so maybe it's a different Papa. Um, Small Fry, though, would be a fitting name for both the establishment and the son of Papa Poutine. So I think that that's fitting. What was the full quote again?
Word is Papa Poutine's son, Small Fry, is looking for payback.
Okay. My guess is maybe something went down in that restaurant. There was a fight. There was something. A window got smashed, and you know he's going to be the new owner of the building, and he's got to be like I don't know. He's got to stand up for it. So he's trying to find the people that were like, "Hey, you broke our window." So I could be completely wrong about this. I probably am, but judging from that, like ramble that vaguely resembles a theory, I'm gonna say that this is a real quote.
You are correct. It is
Hey,
real.
I got it. I
Yeah.
got it.
Your theory's a little off, but
Okay.
I mean, it does have to do with the restaurant in a way. So
Yeah. Yeah.
basically, in season 2, Papa
Mhm.
Poutine was like he ran some kind of like poutine restaurant or brand in Quebec, and he
Okay.
also
Okay.
happened to be the leader of some kind of like poutine mob looking
Hmm.
down to or looking to take down Hiram Lodge because it's
Yeah.
always involves Mr. Lodge,
Yeah.
and they had like some kind of meeting in Pop's chocolate shop, which is the restaurant you were talking about.
Okay.
And Papa Poutine was all like, "Your poutine sucks, makes me want to vomit," and that was the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's a little baby about it.
Hmm.
And later on, Archie overhears Papa Poutine plotting to kill Mr. Lodge. And
Ooh.
so
Okay.
he warns Mr. Lodge, like, "Hey, yo, this guy wants to kill you." And Mr.
Hmm.
Lodge is like, "Thanks for telling me," and then calls a hit on Papa Poutine, and he gets shot in the head. Um,
Okay. Okay.
so now that's what his son Small Fry wants payback for, is for shooting his dad in the head.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I see.
Because
Yeah, yeah, because that's sure that's a story arc. Why not?
yeah, let's just include it. And again,
Yeah.
this was a very minor part of the show. Like, this has never been mentioned again.
Okay. Okay. This was just a one-off. Hey, let's have like restaurant mafia fight. Guy gets shot in the head. Hitman revenge story. Sure.
Yeah, but of course, what else
Yeah.
would you do? I think
It works. It works.
that's just a logical next step in the writing.
Yeah.
Like, of
Yeah.
course you'd go there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
yeah, that's the end
All
of
right.
my quotes.
So what is my final score then?
Your score is 7 out of 10.
All right. Okay.
So
70%. I'll take it. I'll take it.
it is a pass, and it's better
Yeah.
than a 60 or a 50.
What? That's like a B minus, a 70 B.
Yeah, I think
Something around there?
it's like a B. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Because, ideally I want that 4 plus, but sometimes you're thrown into a situation where you don't always know what's going on. And so you just do your best.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
we can say that you did your best. That
I certainly did. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that can't be argued. So
Yeah.
I just, after hearing all these wonderful quotes, what are you thinking
Mhm.
about the show? What's your
Well,
view?
On one hand, it's like, I know all these plot points now. It's the show worth watching. But on the other hand, it's like, if this is the standard for plot points, these are at most like 10 episodes. and the show has what, like 60 or something up at least like 70 or whatever. So I'd be missing out on a lot. So I don't. It seems like a show worth watching. Like,
Yeah, this is not even like a fraction of the stuff that goes down on
okay,
Riverdale. So, I'd like, as much as this was a huge spoiler, there's also a ton of stuff that happened that I didn't
yeah.
talk about today.
So, like, how similar is this to the Archie comics? Because I've never read them, but like, do you know?
I think they are two entirely different worlds.
Okay.
The Archie comics is just like, oh, the hijinks of teenagers, and
Yeah.
I think they were going for, like, in the first season, they were going for a kind of a darker spin on that, but you could tell that it originated from the comics, and then season 2 happened, and that's when the Black Hoods started showing up, and then it was like, okay. A bit further away. Season 3 happens. That's when the Gargoyle King shows up, which is some supernatural entity, which I talked about a little bit. So then you kind of get lost in that. Like, once you hit season 3, you can't tell it came from the comics at all. It's something else entirely. It is its own thing.
It's yeah.
Like,
I mean, and I can't imagine a comic telling all of that. And like, okay, well, like maybe if it was like a superhero comic or something where there are all these one-off absurd plot points, but no, like Archie seems like it's a relatively like down-to-earth comic. So
it's again, like, the comics are something like very like a day in the life of a regular high school student. He's got his friends and he's got his 2 girls that he likes and whatever. It's just kind of all the hijinks and crazy stuff that happens then. And then so, like, I started watching Riverdale because I love the comics. And I was like, oh, I wonder what it's gonna. So first season, okay, it's a darker twist on that Boy Next Door story, but it's just gone off the rails entirely.
It is something else, yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably a thing where they're like, hey, we have this going, it's going well, but then they're like, what if we took this direction, and they try it and it's really good, and then they're like, all right, this is a new show now, we're making it something else. But it works, I think, from what I've seen.
Like, I have a theory that pretty much when they're coming up with the episodes, they have like a brainstorming episode or like brainstorming time. And instead of doing the thing where you brainstorm and then like narrow down your options, they just take every single thing that someone says. They're like, oh, Papa Poutine, throw that in there. Underground bunker, let's go. All right,
let's do it.
Gargoyle King, why not? Let's
amazing.
Like, I think that, like, and I mean, I'm sure the writers feel great because all their ideas get taken, but in the context of the show, it makes things a little bananas.
But you know what? If that's what makes Riverdale, then so be it.
It is the show's kind of call to fame, or that it's what it's known for, is being just something else.
It certainly seems like that.
Yeah, so I'm happy that I was able to introduce you to the interesting world of Riverdale and all that show encompasses.
And I'm happy to walk away with a 7 out of 10 score that I will wear proudly for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you better get like a badge or something.
Yeah. If anyone ever is like, hey, yo, I'm going to mess with you, I'll be like, hold up, I got 7 out of 10 on a podcast once, and they'll back off right away. So,
hold on. I'm a Riverdale expert.
I know all of this.
Yeah, I was attacked by a bear. All right. So, I think that this calls our episode to a close.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I hope that you had fun. I had fun.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I'm good. You better. Anyways, this has been a good podcast, and we wish you ample goodbyes, our outstanding devotees.